I'm Veronica and now I will show you the most tasty video you have ever seen in our YouTube channel. It will be a story about French guy who came to Spain and opened his own store of the French products. Let's talk about his story of emigration and why French cheese is the most tasty in the world. And for the start, I'm sorry for my English. I don't have practice at all and sometimes I make mistakes, but I'm sure you will forgive me. Let's go! Hello!
Hello, good morning.
Good morning! Jean-Christophe, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
And me. Thank you.
Can I help you?
I want different cheeses. As in last time, I liked one with flowers.
Okay.
And I like only cow cheese, no goat cheese.
No goat cheese, okay.
Yeah, and this one,
Okay,
Tomate de
the
Flores.
flower cheese. It's from the Alps and the rind is covered with white flowers. In that case is rose and many white flower from the high part of the mountain. From the Alps and it make with cow milk, raw milk of cow.
Very good one, yeah.
Have you ever eat that one?
I don't know.
No?
I can't recognize.
It's from the Alps and you can make flowers with them.
Jean-Christophe, I want to ask you about your story. It's very interesting. Why you in Spain, not in France? And Jean-Christophe, I have many questions about your story. Can you please tell me?
Yeah, of course.
Jean-Christophe,
Yeah.
you are from France.
Yeah.
And why did you choose Spain for living? Why are you here?
The origin. Yeah. Okay, I come from Spain for the studies. I make tourism studies in France, and I make a training course, and I have a place as a trainer on the Terra Mítica, the theme park in Benidorm, and one of the customer service on the entrance. Is that the origin? After I'm back to France, finish the studies, go to UK to perfect my English, and after Terra Mítica make me a contract. And I'm back to Spain, and from the 2004, I'm living in Spain.
Why did you choose Terra Mítica, no Disneyland in Paris?
No, because I want to improve my Spanish. That's the reason I find the training course outside of France.
Why you decided to stay in Spain?
I like Spain, and the reason I stay here. I work in many things after Terra Mítica, but at the end I'm staying here.
And why did you choose Alicante? Not Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia?
Because it's quite near from Terra Mítica, and that's the reason I decided Alicante was the biggest city nearest to Benidorm, and I find job very quickly after Terra Mítica experience.
Why you finished your job in Terra Mítica?
Because what's happened in the theme park, in general theme park, is not all the year. It's only one part of the year, and the rest you finish like an employee. And after when the season begin again, you back, and you want to look for a full-time job. And I work on the inside designer. It's nothing in comparison with my studies, but I work in the inside designer shop during 6 years.
What is your impression about job in Terra Mítica? Did you like it?
I love it because I improve my Spanish, recorder my English, and the experience from many people from outside, and to share the experience, it was amazing.
If you didn't choose Spain, what country would it be?
I adapt to everywhere. The reason I can adapt, I was working in UK, I was working in France, here in Spain. I think I'm quite malleable and I can adapt to every place where I was.
And what about design? You told about design. What it was? Design of what?
Inside designer is decoration of inside of shops. It was high class. It was Azul Tierra. Is here in center. Is a high level like Roche Beaubois. Is high design but very specific. Here many Azul Tierra have many shops in Spain. They are in Barcelona and Alicante. They teach me, and I begin to make inside designer inside the customer house.
When did you get idea to open your own store of French food?
After the inside designer experience, it was a crisis, economic crisis in 2008 and 2010. They reduced the staff, and I'm thinking about to open my own shop because there are no job at the moment in time of crisis. That's the reason I opened La Cava Fromage where we are.
Why cheese place? Why no desserts or vegetables? Why cheese?
Cheese is because where I come from center France, and we have the habits and they make cheese, and in France it's different than in Spain. Here in Spain normally is only an aperitif at the beginning of the food. In France it's part of the meal. You have the main course, the starter, the main course, the cheese, salad, and that is at the end the dessert. And here I was the first offering cheese plates and cheese board to eat. And at the end, the two first year was very hard because people haven't the habits. But at the beginning of the third years after they open, they begin to enjoy and to see they can eat the cheese board.
Are Spanish people in general understand the culture of cheese?
Nowadays, yes. But at the beginning it was very hard because for them it's only an aperitif with the starter and nothing more. They haven't the habits of so many texture, flavor. There are more habits. There are more about the manchego is hard cheese, but not creamy. Normally for Spanish people, creamy cheese need to be mild, soft to mild, not could be strong. In France, the main part of the cheese are medium to strong, but creamy. And in Spain, no.
Who are your customers now? Is it Spanish people, French people, Russian, Ukrainian, and Alicante? There are many different nationalities. See,
my main part of the market is Spanish people. Rounding 65 to 70% is Spanish. 20% is French speaking, Belgium, Switzerland, French, and the rest is foreigners.
And did you ever study to understand which cheese is good and which cheese is no good?
Before to make tourism studies, I make restaurant and chef studies. I'm a chef to the base, but what I normally when you study in France, restaurant chef, you need to have a knowledge about everything. And I have a knowledge about cheese, but I increase with the French Ministry of Food, and I make a training course, and I increase more about the knowledge of them. I work only with artisan cheese. I come directly from the producer to here. I haven't middlemen, and the flavor and the freshness is the best. Is my main objective is to bring exceptional products from exceptional first material.
How you choose cheeses up to your taste, or up to what? How you decide?
I decide about the cheese because normally I travel to France twice a year. I go to the exhibition to see a new producer, and after every summer, normally I going to France during 15 days, and I make one region of France every year. And I found on that region a small producer, some news to every year have some news. It's not a static product.
Do you have your favorite cheese here? And do you have your favorite cheese in general?
I love all of them because they are so different. Many times people ask me about, are you boring about cheese? I said, it's impossible to be boring by cheese because there are so many flavor, texture, and I think it's very hard to be boring about a cheese in general.
Also, you have many wines here, and how to connect cheese with wine, how to get this taste.
Normally, I can make suggestion to combine the wine and the cheese. It's different if you came on summer, which is very hot. Normally, you prefer a white and chili wine, and after inside each family of wine, if it's rosé, champagne, red, or white, you have many families. In white, you have from half sweet, fruity, dry. A question of taste, but all the time at the beginning ask which desire you have just before to eat, and that wine could be the best option on the time when you taste the cheese.
Today we make a small selection, okay? The wine is Gewürztraminer, it's from Alsace, and it's a little bit half sweet, it's not too sweet. I ordered with the cheese today. That one for aperitif, to open the appetite, is the tête de moine, or the head of monk, is a cheese from French border with Switzerland. I make with cow milk, I make the natural one and the paprika one. After we begin about the cheese board, we begin but that one is Brebis, is from Pyrenees. We make with sheep milk, which is the milder of the cheese board. The second one is the Old Comté. It's a cheese from the Alps. Is matured during 30 months in cave, and the full piece normally is rounding 40 kilos. And the last one is the blue buffalo milk cheese. It's a small production in center of France, and they make a local blue cheese. You can combine with the jam. That jam is the wild blackberry, and that one is a flower. It's a lavender flower jam. You can combine. You can taste the cheese alone. You can combine with the jam, or use the jam between cheese and cheese to change the flavor. All the rind are eatable. If it's artisan cheese, the rind of the cheese is eatable. You can eat everything.
I will start with this one.
With that one, and after 1, 2, and 3.
It has a smell of flowers.
Could be.
Dry flowers. It's very tasty. And this one?
With paprika. But just before, take a little bit of jam.
Yeah. And what is better? With blackberry or with lavender?
That is lavender flower. The lavender flower is more perfume.
Can I live in your shop, please?
If you want to take a tiny drop of wine to change the flavor, and after you maintain the selection and you grow in flavor.
Now my day is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How you think your shop in Alicante is successful?
Yeah, I think yes, because the 2 first year was very hard. But after the customer have the habits and more or less, it's hard to maintain a shop nowadays on the same level during all the time you are open. What's happened? I'm living alone. All my family are outside, and I haven't the option to put me in danger if something go wrong. When I do something, I do from the A to the Z, from the beginning to the end. And to maintain the quality is the reason I travel. I try to travel twice a year to find news and to renew all the time the selection.
Do you miss your family? Don't you want to?
No, because nowadays with the technology, I can see them with the video, with Skype, and is more easy, or we can call every day is quite easy. It's not the same if you are on the other part of the planet, and with the timetable it change. But nowadays is you can call them if they are here, or 2,000 kilometers is the same as if they were here.
It's very interesting because I have my own example comparing Spanish people and Ukrainian people, because I'm Ukrainian. These people are very, very different. What about French people and Spanish people?
The culture is different, and the people are. I'm quite malleable, and I can adapt where I was, and I can see the difference between French. Maybe the French are more introspective. They are more They are not like Spanish, who are very exploding and all the time they are touching, and but his habits, and you need to adapt when you are where you are.
I feel yourself comfortable. I mean, you told about you feel yourself comfortable everywhere, but for sure you have your own opinion and your own feels, and you can compare you're living in France and you're living in UK and you're living in Spain. Is Spain the most comfortable for you?
The people here in Spain are very friendly and kindness. Have a lot of kindness. They receive the people the arms open, and that's the reason Alicante is a huge melting pot of culture, nationality, and is very simple to adapt on that context.
France is close to Spain, and why did you choose Spain? I understand when people from Russia go to Spain because climate is very good for Russian people, and from I don't know, Sweden, this also, but France is very close. What were reason? Not only Terra Mythica you finished, but you continued stay here. Why?
I like Spain because, like I explained, the kindness of the people, the weather, the time of life here is very long in comparison. Because if you want to have something to have a drink, you can go outside at 10 p.m. and normally everything is open. And the sensation you have when you live in Spain is you live more time, because they begin the life in Spain quite early in the morning and very, very, very late in the evening. And the sensation you are more time of life.
And let's continue about cheese. I would like to ask you what influences on the quality of cheese?
Many factors. The milk, the species of animals, that could be goat, ewe, cow, make different type of milk. And if you have different type of milk, you have different finished products. And if there are more, all the cheese I work with them, all the producer, I make a very small production. And they are only made homemade. They come directly, they produce them and they send me. There's a freshness and it's very short in time. There are three factors. Is the quality of the milk, but the quality of the milk you obtain from the quality of what they eat, the animals. If they eat the grass just on the side of the farm, is healthier than if they eat only hay, dry hay. And after the hands of the producer, if it's like the same if I make a pastry, you make a pastry, you have the same recipes, we make the same things, but at the end the result could be different. And this is what's happening with the cheesemaker.
From which region of France this cheese?
In France, they make cheese more or less everywhere, from the north to the south, in Corsica Islands, in the Alps, and depending during the year, the milk change because the plant change. It is not the same in spring with flowers and fresh grass. In summer, which is hotter, and the grass is more concentrate. Only in autumn, when they begin to have dry fruits and the leaves begin to dry, or in winter, they change the milk during the year, and the flavor of the cheese change depending the season of the year. The cheesemaker, they can adapt to the local place. Normally in summer, they take the cow from the valley to the high part of the mountain because the grass is very deep and fresh, and normally that is a plus of quality.
What cheese here had the highest price?
The truffle one, all the cheese with truffle, because it's natural truffle, it's black truffle, flavors truffle in on the market, as they do with the fresh truffle. They don't use concentrate or aromas of artificial or chemical, and that is the highest. They increase their price, but the maximum of is the truffle one.
And then I will try this one, yeah?
It's a wild blackberry.
It's from forest.
Yeah, it's a wild one.
And the next one is
that one. It's a review. Yeah.
But this one is goat cheese, yeah?
Sheep, ewe milk, sheep milk.
It can be trouble with it.
It's flavor, but not strong. It's very fresh, pleasant.
Very soft and kindly.
Yeah. But the reason is the first one. And after we grow, we increase the flavor.
When I bought cheeses in the last time, you wrote a different number, how to eat.
Yeah, the order is the same like here.
Yeah, and is it normal tradition in cheese store, or is it your way?
It's my way. Normally, it's a suggestion to enjoy more the cheese. It's not the same if you begin with a very strong cheese. After you take a mild cheese, the mild cheese don't have a flavor because the stronger grow and cover the flavor of the mild. Yeah. That's the reason I explain all the cheese is to enjoy from less to strong. And you see the evolution of the flavor.
How do you think in a supermarket, are there any normal cheese, or better not to buy there?
Normally a cheese, you need to have between 4 degrees and 8 degrees. Normally on the supermarket, the fridge are under 4 degrees. If you are under 4 degrees, you destroy part of the flavor because the quality of the cheese need to maintain between 4 and 8.
All the products here are from France?
Yeah, I import directly from the producer.
Also, I have a question about this one. What is this?
It's a teapot from the 19th century. I bought in Paris, and normally I use, because at the end when you eat here, I put a napkin to clean the hands. Normally they put a napkin in the Asia restaurant, but at the beginning. What I do is I put at the end, because normally if you touch smelly cheese, you don't want to maintain the smell on all your fingers. And I give you napkins, and I put with warm water and to clean the hands. That's the reason. Would you like I show you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. When you add some water, take roll, and this is a napkin for the fingers. After you open it,
Yeah.
and you can clean the fingers. Yeah, thing is, you finish with a good feeling with the food because you have done the smelly of the cheese. Just in case you, normally I put cutleries, but many times people want to touch it, and
Yeah.
the reason they want to feel and the texture, the smell. If you are, that's the reason.
And what about desserts?
Oh, the dessert I bring from France, and nowadays today have the cheesecake. The base of the cheesecake is the lotus biscuits. Normally what they put in with the coffee is caramelized. It's a mountain texture of biscuits. That's the chocolate coulant. We make with rice flour. It's available for people who don't eat gluten. It's free gluten. The eggs is white chocolate, and inside is a mango. When you cut it, look like if it was a fresh egg with the yolk.
It's Easter desserts.
The pear is salty caramel with a pear of William. And the long one is a dessert based on the Japanese citric. It's like a lemon, but the flavor like this mandarin skin with green tea matcha and passion fruit. After I make many hot dishes. In that case, I use 2 types of crepes with turkey ham, cheese and truffle, and goat cheese, lavender honey, and bollettis mushroom. That's why I make fondue as well. Only like to take here or to take home, to take away.
How you can bring it from France and it stays fresh?
Yeah, it's fresh. It comes from France directly from the producer. I have
On the fridge?
Yeah, on the fridge they come once a week.
This eggs made 2,000 kilometers to be eaten by Spanish people. Very good. In a result, I can say that this one and this one are my favorite.
You prefer?
Yeah. These are very tasty also, but this taste is very bright and this also. I'm really, definitely, finally happy.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
De nada.
I'm very thankful for and grateful for our speaking.
Thank you very much.
It
I
will
hope
be-
to see you again.